Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nova for those who are new, even though I never upload, but we're trying to get more consistent here. So today is freshman advice, so let's get started. Relationships. It's okay to be in one, don't get me wrong, but don't let it take over. Once if this relationship ends, which a lot of high school relationships do, it's okay to feel upset. Like, if you want to throw yourself on your bed like a Disney princess, that's okay. Because at the end of the day, it's your feelings on this relationship. Relationships in high schools are always learning experiences. It's kind of facts that, you're both still maturing, in this relationship and in general. So you both don't really know what you want. And constantly ditching your friends for this person isn't great. Make time for both your friends and your significant other, but make sure it's even, because your friends are gonna lose interest in you if you're constantly ditching them. Like, if you're like, oh, I would hang out, but me and Jeffrey are going to the movies, but you did that last week and the week before, they're not going to want to keep associating with you, because they're always going to think of you as someone who's not going to post up and be there and want to hang out. So the next topic is upperclassmen, juniors, seniors. So honestly, juniors, seniors, those upperclassmen aren't gonna care about you. Like, if you don't bother them, they don't bother you. If you're in a class with an upperclassman, just chillax and they won't care. Everyone expects the freshmen to get bullied and hated on by upperclassmen, but it is never like that. The upperclassmen are honestly so chill, and you make friends with them, honestly. It's nothing what those memes were making it seem. On the other hand, there are these upperclassmen boys and girls. It's mostly associated with boys, but it happens with girls too, that will find you cute, but they found 5, 6 other girls cute before you. They just want something quick and easy. Don't fall for it. If they say
you're never like any other person I've met, or you truly are the most beautiful freshman,
they've most likely said these things to other freshmen. I've seen it happen to my friends, and it's not a good feeling to feel used. But take that with a grain of salt. Not every upperclassman is this way, That's my upperclassman advice. Rumors. This is a big one that people freak out about. It's never the end of the world. Honestly, people who spread rumors are most likely insecure about themselves or something like that. Rumors are constantly being spread about everyone. You're not the only victim of a false fact or whatever. Personally, I've had so many rumors spread about me, and I don't even know why, because I just stay in my own lane for the most part. People don't like me. I don't know. I've had rumors about that I've done hard drugs, and that I've sent nudes. He told everyone that I sent him nudes, and I never did. People asked me, I was like, no. He constantly asked when I was gonna send him nudes, and I didn't want to. He kind of scared me, to be honest. I was kind of afraid of him, to be honest. Kind of has this reputation of saying weird things about girls, creepy things. He would have sex with them without their consent, he would say that about girls, and he would say that about me, and it freaked me out, and I was honestly scared of him for a really long time. Rumors, just don't make it the end of the world, because the more you don't care, the more people are gonna realize that you aren't like what the rumors say. Turn your homework in. If I don't see you turning your homework in, we're fighting. It's unnecessary zeros. All those zeros from not turning your homework in is stupid. And I get not having the motivation to do it. I've struggled with that myself, but it affects your grade at the end. Always try your best. Even on homework, even if you find out your teacher just lets you flip through your paper and she doesn't even check it for like she just checks it for completion, not correctness. Try your hardest. You're learning, and that's what you're there for. Don't deny it. You're going to procrastinate. That's part of the high school experience. But if you're gonna procrastination isn't worth it, but it happens all the time. I regret how much I procrastinated. There was essays I didn't do that I had 3 weeks to do until the night before, just because I didn't feel like doing it. And that's something I regret, because my grade ultimately wasn't what it should have been because I decided to do it last minute. If you have all this time to do work, like if you have like 3 weeks, 2 weeks to do work, it's easier to gradually get it done with better work than it is to cram everything in on like 1 or 2 nights. Like, it's really just to benefit your grade, because your high school transcript starts your first day of school, on your first day of freshman year. And colleges look at that. They will look at everything. Like, they don't care about middle school and elementary or whatever. Also, I just want to add, get involved. There's no point in missing out on high school experiences, like pushing yourself to get out there and go to spirit, like do spirit week, or go to homecoming, or like any school event, like football games with your friends. It's always worth it, because you will make memories, you will have fun. Even if it doesn't feel like it at the time, you're not going to regret going unless like some freak thing happens. Get involved in sports and get involved in the arts and whatever else. Student counseling, because high school, like colleges really like when students are in a bunch of activities. It like they like your grades, but they like the activities more. I don't know why, but it's like it shows that you're involved in the community, and colleges want someone like that. And it's never too early to think about college. Your work and the workload. Honestly, be prepared for more work than what's expected. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is middle school didn't really prepare me for the workload. My friends and I, it did not prepare us for the amount of work. In 8th grade, I literally would get like maybe 3 homework assignments a week. And in high school, literally in my agenda book, because use your agenda book wisely. But in my agenda book, every day had something in it. Be prepared, because it's a lot. It's honestly so much more. And especially if you're in advanced AP or honors classes, it's going to be a lot if you weren't in those classes before. You can persevere through it, because I did, and that's a miracle on its own. But just believe in yourself and you'll be able to do it. It's gonna be a little intense for a bit. Mental health. This might be the most important one I talk about. Work is important, don't get me wrong, but your mental health is just as, if not more important. Last year, I would do homework and I would work myself up into an anxiety attack over it, just because of how bad my mental health was. Don't let yourself get to that point. Check up with yourself every once in a while. Like, just even if like it's in the middle of class, just think to yourself, am I okay? Like, how am I doing up there? Like, don't let yourself get so stressed and so anxious over school, because it's not the end of the world. School sucks and people don't like it just because they're so stressed. If you treat school right, and you pay attention in class, and you don't constantly like skip classes and stuff like that, your mental health will thank you, because you're going to understand the lesson points more, and you're gonna have a better GPA and a better score and whatever else, and that's ultimately gonna look better in college, and your future self will thank you if you keep your mental health in check. Just check up with yourself with your mental health. If you honestly can't do a homework assignment just because of how bad you're feeling mentally, that's okay. I'm not saying don't constantly use mental health as an excuse, but if you're really not feeling it, it's okay. A 0 every once in a while isn't gonna kill you. And if you have really bad mental health, and it wouldn't, my school has this thing, I don't know if it's every school, but my school has this thing called a 504, which is basically students with disabilities. Like, there's, so it's for ADHD, anxiety, depression, all these things. And I have to like reapply for it every year, but it's honestly super helpful. So if you talk to your parents or your guardians or whoever about that, and if you think it's going to be helpful to you and your mental health, honestly fight for it, because they don't hand out 504s. You have to fight for it, improve your anxiety, improve all your mental illnesses. I didn't get it until middle of the year just because they didn't want to give it to me because I had anxiety. I've already made this point about classes, but don't skip. It's ultimately not worth it. It will never be worth it. Even if you hate that class. Like, if it's your, I don't know, your algebra, if you're taking algebra, even if you hate algebra, don't skip. It honestly looks so bad on your behalf. And if you're struggling, go to the teachers. Like, ask questions. They're not gonna think you're stupid. They're honestly gonna respect you more because you're coming to them for help. A lot of students don't do that, and they ultimately suffer. I know I don't do it all the time, but I will ask questions when need be. It's their job to teach you. If they didn't want to, they wouldn't have gone in the industry. And I know sometimes you have really bad teachers. Like I can't say from personal experience I've had a bad teacher who didn't want to do their job, but that can be the case for some kids, you know. Go to the tutoring center. They'll know what you're talking about, and they're there to help you as well. If your school doesn't offer a tutoring center, there's always outside tutors, or maybe your family, some friends. There's a lot of ways to get help if your teacher doesn't want to. And also, don't be the student that fights with the teacher in class. Don't talk back to the teacher, because there's really no point. There's really no point in talking back to the teacher. They're your superiors, and your classmates aren't laughing with you. They're laughing at you. And that might be harsh to say, but it's honestly the truth. Your classmates just feel like they're getting secondhand embarrassment and laughing at you because you're making a fool of yourself in front of everyone. It's disrespectful, it's rude, you're not cute for doing it. Be a respectful student. I hate watching teachers get disrespected for no reason. It's really like, you're in their class. They're not in your class. Don't talk back. It's gross. Make friends in your class. Honestly, my voice is kind of getting dry. It'll make your high school experience better, your freshman year better, if you talk to the people within your class. Like, I didn't like Spanish class, but once people started talking to me, I tolerated it more because I at least had some social interaction instead of just sitting there and taking notes and being on my phone. Also, be on your phone as little as possible. This kid and I, he was always on his phone in biology class, and honestly, like, this is just a call out to him. He did this a lot, and I ended up just doing his work for him because I didn't want him to get zeros, because, like, I felt for him. He's, like, one of my best friends. But don't do that. He got good grades, but he could have probably gotten better grades if he listened instead of, like, tuning out the teacher and playing his, like, anime video game on his phone. But that's a story for another time. So that's my little tidbit about class. Just be respectful to your teachers, you know. Hi, Editor Nova with her big fat pimple. Also, hygiene, take care of yourself. If you're smelling musty, I will drop kick you. JK, just don't smell bad. But I'm running out of storage, so, bye. Thanks for watching. That's pretty much all I was gonna say. Yeah. Follow my social. I don't have anything else than Instagram. And if you like this video, please subscribe because I'm going to be uploading more frequently.